Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Now, yesterday, as promised and announced, we had the first 3FM Sunrise Spaces on X or on Twitter, depending if you had upgraded or not. And we had over 4,000 young people, over 4,000, almost 5,000 young people listen in and join in and have their opinions and everything else. Thanks to our speakers. One thing caught my attention. And you know, when we started talking about the prices of food and the cost of living in this country and all of that, fix the country, you know, when that was very rife, you had people, whether they were assigned or whether they decided to, you know, speak up, whatever it is. They started speaking up from the US, the UK, and telling us, oh, well, you are complaining about Kenkey, the price of Kenkey in Accra, which is 5 cedis or 4 cedis. In the UK, we buy it for £1.50 and all of that. So the question I always asked was that, how much are you paid per hour to work in the UK, the US, Canada, wherever it is that those videos were emanating from? And what is the minimum wage in this country for working a full day? I've already told you that the minimum wage as you have it now, you work a full day, a whole day, and you can't even afford a loaf of bread. I've told you that before. So when they started those arguments, I said, but I mean, you can work for 1 hour and then you can actually afford those 2 balls of Kenkey and even more with how much you're paid, even if you're paid £3 per hour. Now, you can even go a step further and go and get some more protein for it and all of that. So the comparison is not there. Number 2, you have access to credit card. We don't have access to credit cards here for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You have access to good health care. You have access to trains and buses and whatever it is. Your social protection standpoint in the UK, US, and all those countries that you like to compare. So we are not there yet. So that comparison, the argument has fallen flat, as the policeman said. Your argument has fallen flat. Now, yesterday, there was a young man on Twitter. He's put up a post. He says, he's called our father Azigi. He says, how can a junior brother of mine travel to the UK and send money to the rest of the family? Just 3 months of working. I have been in this country working more than 10 years, but I can't give the same amount my brother is giving to our family. True must be told. The system is not working. So we're asking the question, what is wrong with you young Ghanaians? Because that seems to be the narrative we've been hearing from the older generation, that the youth are lazy, the youth doesn't want to work, the youth are not being creative, the youth are not being innovative, the youth are being stubborn, the youth are being da-da-da-da-da and all of that. So this young man says, how can my junior brother of mine travel to UK and send money to the rest of the family? Just 3 months of working. I've been in this country working more than 10 years, but I can't give same amount my brother is giving to our family. Truth must be told, the system is not working. That is what he put out there. The system is not working. And I need you to think about this and let it sink deeply. Yesterday, I told you something. I said, look, for all you know, as far as I do, I have not seen a job vacancy being announced by the Bank of Ghana before. But people work there, people retire, positions are filled. I have not seen it. If there's any, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. But have you seen it before? So the juiciest jobs, who are they reserved for? Are they reserved for family and friends and connections? And so the rest of us who do not have connections would have to go and then struggle it out. Is that the conversation? He has raised a critical point. The cost of living in this country. The cost of living in this country. And you see, when you raise these questions, they tend to attack. I won't be surprised if he is attacked. I won't be surprised if he is insulted. Yesterday, one of the other things I picked from the Twitter space was that we like to talk as young people. We like to join hashtags. We like to join the movements. But we do all of that virtually. We don't like to come out onto the streets. And that's because, and we get trending. Oh, Fix the Country is trending. But the results that you're looking for are not happening. You know why? You are dealing with people who have gone past 60, 70, some in their 80s, some who are 80 getting to 90, who are just lurking in the background doing board work or advising from a distance. And all. You are dealing with a generation like that. That generation understands boots on the ground. When Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his contemporaries led the Kumipreku demonstration in 1995 against the VAT, which the VAT was then now withdrawn and then had to be looked at until its implementation in 1998. They stepped onto the ground. So they understand stepping onto the ground. And in the words of Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, says for the first time, Rawlings was scared. He was frightened. Military leader who had transitioned into a democratic leader, he was scared. He said Rawlings feared nothing. But Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo said for the first time, he was scared. As a captain to a captain to a flight lieutenant, same wavelength. We're scared. So the generation you are dealing with are a generation who do not necessarily appreciate the social media thing you're talking about. They want to see people on the ground. Then they know that the situation is serious. But if you continue to be virtual, it's a demonstration, even for NAPCONians. I have had cause to, you come and you're on TV, you're advocating for them, give them their money. Then on their own pages, they start biting each other. Those who are pro-party, who are thinking just along party lines. They are not thinking along the national agenda and their own survival. They are thinking along party lines. Oh, go me party, no. Mugu and party, no. Some of the talk, that's what it say. And then the D-Day comes, NAPCO is on the street demonstrating and asking for their own monies, and their monies are not coming. And then you find just a handful of them. How would the government take you serious and give you your money? They won't take you serious. Because that generation you are dealing with, they appreciate numbers. They appreciate boots on the ground. They want to see, that's what they want to see. So if you're on social media tweeting, they won't see you. Yes, you make the marks, you trend and all of that, but they won't see you. So from today, you have to reorient your minds and know that the people you are dealing with, they want to see people on the ground. Now, you don't want to step out onto the grounds to go and demonstrate. Who should go and be there and demonstrate for you? So that if the police decides to fire water cannons, who will be at the receiving end? You don't want to go out there because you are using sunscreen. You don't want to go out there. The people who did Occupy Ghana, Occupy Flagstaff House. The gentleman who spoke, he is at the PMMC now as the boss. He stepped out onto the ground. Today, I'm not sure if there's a demonstration. He will join the demonstration because he's comfortable, he's fine. PMMC, dealing gold. He'll be your classmate. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you, that look, the principle is that if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. And that's the lesson I picked. The economy is wobbly. And if you try to talk and they shut you down, know that they're trying to shut you down in order to divert attention and to cower you into submission. Don't fall for it. Now, yesterday I did a piece on the Tamale International Airport, Phase 2. I gave the government some commendation. Now, the thing on social media has become an NDC MPP game. Oh, we started it. Oh, you didn't source for the funding. Oh, the funding didn't happen and all of that. So this morning, I want to maybe settle the dust. Go to Parliament. There's a Thursday, 3rd November 2016 document, 4th series, volume 96, number 17. Parliamentary debates, official reports of Parliament. Put it up for me. Official reports, Thursday, November 2016. Let's read the document, please. Can we put it up so we can read the document? Now, Dr. Esibe Yeboah, you know him. He was a spokesperson on finance for a long time. The Committee of Finance was a chairman for the committee. So the committee was guided by the following documents entirely during its deliberations on the agreement, the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, Standing Orders of the Parliament of Ghana, and the Public Financial Act of 2016. Can you push it up for me so we can read the marked green portion? There's a green portion that has been marked as to where the funding was sourced from. And if you go on to that page, you will get an indication where and when the monies had been agreed upon. There's a background. It says it will be recalled that this project was submitted to Parliament for approval on 31st October 2016. It would be recalled that this project was submitted to Parliament for approval on 31st October 2016. The project was to be financed by Banco Santander with export credit guarantee from the United Kingdom Export Finance. However, Banco Santander was not able to put together the loan syndication and has been replaced by KfW IPEX Bank of Germany. Bank of Germany. So, the Tamale Airport shall be developed as a sub-Saharan hub airport for flights to and from neighboring West African countries. So, you're looking for the origin of this phase 1, phase 2 debate. This is what is in the documents of Parliament. It was taken to Parliament in October 2016. So the funding could not be sourced. That's what this is telling us. And so that the person who was bringing in the fund had to be changed. Now, take me back to Mr. Ramadan. So this is the fact that it didn't start today, right? But yesterday I gave credit and I said that, oh, the fact that we have continued, and that's what as citizens we have been asking for, that somebody starts a project and you continue it. But now we seem to not to be on the same page. You know, somebody starts something, you finish it, and then you want to, take over the thing, and it's a problem. Now, let's go back to that document, the former document. There's the phase 1. What the phase 1 spoke about. Phase 1 of that document, what it spoke about. Phase 1 of that document from Parliament, what exactly it spoke about. What was phase 1 supposed to be, detailed of? No. Let's go to the parliamentary document. What was phase 1 supposed to be about? Phase 1, the one with the green marking. Let's go to phase 1. On the right-hand side, you see phase 1 of that project and what exactly it was supposed to answer. Because now, I've also seen pictures of the old Tamale Airport. And I've agreed that I went to Tamale, saw the Tamale Airport then as it was, and I wish it could have been better. So today, if it is better, we all must put our hands together. Now it says, in addition, phase 1 of the project rehabilitation and extended the existing runway from 2,438 meters up to 3,400 meters length, extended and strengthened the existing runway pavement, rehabilitated the existing taxiway and the taxi links and the apron extension. So this was the detail. The government of Ghana wishes to develop the next phase for the entire development of the Tamale Airport. The next phase of the development of the airport shall include the construction of a modern international airport terminal, a Hajj facility, and development of a modern infrastructure for all aviation and relevant non-aviation activities. Due to the central location, Tamale serves as a hub for all administrative and commercial activities in the northern region of Ghana, doubling as the political, economic, and financial capital of the northern region. So the details were set out there first. There's now a throwback. Mr. Abu Ramadan is now at NADMO, right? He's at NADMO. Yes, my good friend is at NADMO. Now, this is a story that was published in 2015. January 7, 2015, it says, Northerners do not need an international airport. Abu Ramadan, put it up, please. Northerners do not need an international airport. Abu Ramadan. This is what he said. But we all know that Northerners need it, and he is of Northern extraction. So sometimes when some of these things are said, a leading member of Alliance for Accountable Governance, AFAG, these days we don't see them. Well, some people say their government is a power, so you won't see them. Abu Ramadan says the people of the northern region do not need an international airport. He says the ongoing expansion project of the Tamale Airport to give it an international status is whatever. This is somebody of northern extraction. And yesterday I bemoaned how I have been to the north. I've seen how there's a sharp divide between the north and the south. But this is somebody of northern extraction saying that the northern region or northerners do not need an international airport. Today, as the Tamale Airport Phase 2 has been done, And we know where the funding had started from and when the project had started. Will Mr. Ramadan say the same thing, that Northerners do not need an international airport? Or will he, when he's in Tamale and it's time for Hajj, put his things there and move right from there and go straight to the Sahel? Some of the things that we do to ourselves as a people is not good. And I'm sure when he said this, he had people to support him. Alliance for Accountable Governance, it was a pressure group on government. So the leading member of the pressure group said this. Fast forward to 2023. What is the leading member of the Alliance for Accountable Governance saying? And what are the other members saying? Did they reprimand him? Did they tell him not to say that Northerners do not need an international airport? It's a pity. It's a worry. Today, I throw back again. Take me to the Gamanches Palace. And we're doing just throwbacks. You remember the Achi Mota forest lands? Sir John willing it forever for his nephews and other family people. When that matter broke, the Gamanche, through his man Kralo, ni Adote Otinto, Sempe Manche, they wrote a letter. And they wrote a press release asking everybody to take time because they were going to investigate. Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, GA, Traditional Council, P.O. Box 42, Accra, Republic of Ghana, 24 May. Put it up there, please. Press release by the GA, Traditional Council. The attention of the GA, Traditional Council, has been drawn to news of release of portions of the Achi Mota forest to the Owu family and matters arising thereafter. The Gamanche and president of the GA, Traditional Council, King Taki Teko Churu II, has set up a committee of eminent chiefs and stakeholders to investigate all matters leading to the said release. A report of the findings and consequent actions will be made available to the general public. Thank you. Dated the 24th day of May 2022 at the Gamanche Palace, Kaneshie, Accra, signed by Ni Adote Otinto, Sempe Manche, and Mankralo of the Gun State. He said they were investigating. This was in May of 2022. May has come and gone. So that's 1 full year. Add June, July, add August. So 1 year, 3 months, or almost that. So I asked the question, what kind of investigation lingers on forever? Just as the portions of the land was given out forever. What kind of investigation? I'm just asking. Because you see, it is because this investigation had lingered on forever and that it sounded as if we were trying to protect the proponents and the people in government who are taking portions of lands that are supposed to be forest reserves. That the Agbogloshi area, where the onion sellers were cleared from, is now being taken over, and we are building something that without the tacit approval of the Gun Traditional Council. And Nigan is not happy about it. But now who caused them? This letter caused it. You are investigating a matter involving the taking of lands. And it has taken more than a year for us to finish the investigations. What kind of investigations are we doing? Because the claimants to the land, the Owu family, Nilante Vanderpool and his people, the people in Osu, all of them who say the land belongs to them, they have all come forward. So you don't now need to go and look for them. So what was the motive for writing, the real motive for writing this letter? Was it an audible, insignificant motive to shroud an inaudible major motive? I'm asking. When will we get the response from this? Take me to Al Jazeera. We wrote from here after the presidency had threatened Al Jazeera to retract and apologize. We wrote to Al Jazeera and said, Al Jazeera, our government says that you are fingering them in the gold for mafia. And the gold mafia, the gold mafia documentary. We wrote to Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera says, we will not apologize today, we will not apologize tomorrow. We had people come to sit on our TV3 to suggest to her that we were even manufacturing the email and that we were faking it. They preach fake news, but Mr. Opon Kruma is not busy to refer them to the police for them to be picked up. And he himself is holding on to the response from Al Jazeera. Gold mafia. He's holding on to it, the response. Where is the thing? Over millions of gold is smuggled out of this country. We're told that Mr. Kufuor as lawyer was lawyer to Alisa Matthias and all of that. And the presidency is holding on to that response.